Hi, I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and today's topic is about something that I saw on Facebook a couple of days ago, where a lady divorced her husband because he voted for Trump. And this is not about my judgment about that, and I do have some judgments about it, but I'm going to use this to educate you and hopefully give you an idea of where marriage actually should go, what it should be about. Because what that article, what that lady was doing, was breaking the rules that I have applied to marriage, that are common sense. And I think people don't know these rules. We don't learn about marriage in school. We don't learn about education in school. We don't learn the practical things about life in school. So hopefully this is going to help you. Look, your marriage isn't a community organization. It is in a sense, but it has its own place. Just like people say what happens in your bedroom stays in your bedroom, I'll take that much further. What happens in your marriage stays in your marriage. Conversely, what happens outside of your marriage should stay outside of your marriage. Think of your marriage, I call it the sacred space of marriage. Think of your marriage as this bubble that only two of you reside within, just two of you. That's not a lot of people. You can choose to really get along and make each other happy, or you could dump toxins in to your marriage and destroy everything. Clearly, if you're talking about politics and you're not on the same side, then what you're really doing is you're bringing in ideas, external ideas about how the country should be run, how the world should be, and you're bringing it into your marriage. What should be in your marriage? Let's talk about that. Why did you get married in the first place? You got married to be happy. What produces happiness? Love. What should you put into your marriage? Love. What should you keep out of your marriage? Things that don't build on that love. Things that don't cause you to feel warmth and loving. Those things should be outside of the marriage. So if somebody says, oh my God, you love horses? I hate horses. In the marriage, after you're married, it's like, why bother? Why would you do that? You know, the biggest complaint, I used to be a divorce mediator before I turned to saving marriages. Do you know that the biggest complaint when I heard people why they were getting a divorce, and all of my referrals came from traditional marriage therapists, and I would always ask, okay, why are you getting a divorce? Do you know that most people said communication? Well, as it turns out, that's not the real cause of divorce, bad communication. There's an element, but the communication in marriage is important, and it should be communicating not what you're thinking about politics, not what you're thinking about horses necessarily, although that's not so bad, but what you are thinking about your spouse that is positive. You see, you can control your own mind. You can't control your spouse's mind. In fact, it was funny because today in Facebook, I like Facebook, there was a post that said, unless he wears diapers, don't think you can change him. And I thought, okay, that's right on. Look, marriage is about being happier every single day. Happier, not just happy. Because you're a soul. Because the soul is infinite. It has no limitations. Its joy goes on forever. Literally, your soul is part of God. You are part of God. Infinite. No limit. The joy of God is limitless. That's what you're trying to tap into in marriage. You're not going to get there by being critical or by talking about things that you disagree about. You're going to get there by loving, support, letting your spouse know how wonderful they are, how smart they are, how beautiful they are, how handsome they are. So don't bring politics into your marriage. You know, it's stunning. People think that politics are important to them personally, and they're barely important to you personally, because what's going to happen outside in the world is going to happen. You're one vote. And yes, you should care. Maybe get involved a little bit if that's your thing, but don't let it come into your marriage. The government's not going to help your marriage. The government can't hurt your marriage. It's a closed bubble, the sacred space of marriage. If there's any thought I want you to go away with, it's that there's just two of you, and what you put into your marriage is of critical importance. What you allow into your marriage is of critical importance. Never allow negative stuff to come in, and the way to keep it out is by not talking about it with your spouse. Then it's not in your marriage. You have thoughts you say. What do you do about sharing your thoughts? It's okay to share your thoughts, but do it in a way that's very respectful, very considerate. If you know that it's going to be offensive to your spouse, maybe those are not the thoughts to run with in your conversations. Maybe you run with other thoughts. You have tremendous power to be happy. You know, in doing this marriage foundation, I've worked with people now for decades, and there's one thing that I've been learning over and over and over again, and that is happiness is a choice. And you have free will. It's one of the most beautiful gifts given to you by God. Free will. What will you do with it? Will you squander it? Or will you use it to be happier? Free will means you also are able to control your own mind, your thoughts, your emotions. You can do so. Why would you not? Why would you not control your thoughts and emotions in order to bring happiness to your spouse and to yourself? To me, this has become common sense. It wasn't in the very beginning. It takes time to sort of accept these premises as logical and real, but they are logical and real. I wish for you happiness in your marriage. And whoever you want to win in the election, I want that too. Because for me, my happiness isn't derived from outer conditions. It's derived through love in my marriage. And it can be for you too. So blessings to you. Blessings to your spouse. Blessings to your family. Blessings to your country, whichever country it may be. Blessings to your community. And God bless you. Thank you. Oh, I almost forgot. Don't worry about liking this. You can like this video. If it's helped you, let people know about it. Share it. You could sign up here, my other videos. And if you have a comment, leave it in the comments below. And also, if you're having problems with your marriage, you may not, but if you're having problems with your marriage and you need to interact with one of our counselors, it's a free service that we offer. And our counselors are very good. They're not paid for promoting anything. They're paid to be there for you. And hopefully you will take advantage of that if you have the need. All right, God bless.